Now concerning spiritual gifts, brothers, I do not want you to be uninformed. The word translated spiritual gift there is the word pneumatikon. Spiritual gifts is honestly probably not the best translation because there's another word that Paul could have used that actually means gifts. This word pneumatikon is a bit ambiguous. It basically just translates as spirituals, or it'd be like saying spirit stuff. Verse 4, regarding the spirit stuff, there are varieties of gifts. There's your word for gifts right there. In Greek, the word charismata, that's the word for gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are varieties of service, but the same Lord. And there are varieties of activities, but it is the same God who empowers them all and everyone. To each is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good. Now, look at this. Paul uses 4 different words to describe the Spirit stuff. 4 different words. Gifts is one of them, charismata. That's one of the words, but then there's 3 other words. There's what he says, empowerment for service. That's the word diakonia, where we get our word deacons from. There are varieties of energies, energema, where we get our word energies from. And then he says spiritual manifestations. Then in verses 8 through 11, Paul's going to list out a handful of examples of these things: prophecy, utterances of wisdom and knowledge, miracles, healing, the discernment of spirits, tongues, and the interpretation of tongues. That is not supposed to be an exhaustive list of spiritual gifts. There are, in fact, 6 different lists in the New Testament of spiritual gifts. They combine total of 22 different gifts that Paul lists out. Paul and Peter, no one list contains all of them, and each list has ones on it that are left out on the others. What all of that shows us, with the ambiguous wording and the hodgepodge list, is that spiritual gifts are not like some catalog of items that you get 1 or 2 of, like an assigned spiritual Enneagram number or a profile on a StrengthsFinders test. I point that out because a lot of people see spiritual gifts only this way, and it's just a wrong way of looking at them. They think of spiritual gifts like something that you discover that is now an inextricable part of your personality that defines who you are and what you do for the rest of your life. They can't include that. I will show you that in a minute. But the ambiguous way that Paul talks about them shows us that a spiritual gift is simply when the Spirit of Jesus comes on you to accomplish something he wants done in the world, which leads me to my first point.